Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the Split Rock Jumping Tour, the Fort Worth Sports Commission, and our amazing partner, Longines, it is so exciting to have everyone here for this great moment when we honor the top 3 finishers in this year's Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Final. We'll get to questions in just a moment, but first, I'm the lucky one who gets to introduce this distinguished head table. First, at my far right, the man who put together the courses that gave us 3 incredibly exciting nights of show jumping. Fantastic result, our course designer, Anderson Lima. Next to Anderson, the man who brought the World Cup final to Fort Worth and wound up producing a final that will be talked about and remembered for many, many years to come, the founder and president of the Split Rock Jumping Tour, Derek Braun. To my immediate right, double clear last year, double clear this year. Last year you moved up to 8th. This year you moved onto the podium from the United States, Katie Dinan. Next to Derek, the 2014 World Cup champion, 2-time Olympic veteran from Germany, Daniel Deusser. Between Daniel and Katie, the number 2 rider in the world, winner of an Olympic team silver medal, and now the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup champion from the United States, Kent Farrington. Kent, the traditionalists believe that when the last one enters the ring, it should be that you go clear, you win, you have a reel down, you lose. That was your situation as you entered the ring. How confident were you that you and Graham would deliver what you needed to do?
Well, I was hoping to go in there with a rail in hand, and that didn't happen. This guy made me work very hard today. I'm very confident in my horse, so I was hoping that she would perform like she did, and she delivered. She's really a superstar athlete.
You always seem so focused on your mission, on your job, what you have to do. I wonder, do you ever feel pressure? Because it looks to us like you're so under control that you don't, but do you inside feel pressure ever?
I think from a little kid, I've always put a lot of pressure on myself, and at a certain point, there's no more pressure to put on. So I just focus on my task at hand, be in the present, be one with my horse, think about what I have to do, and not worry about the end result. In that moment, I'm just in the present riding the course with my horse.
No, the results speak for themselves. Daniel, your stallion, 3 tremendous days here. Coming in, did you expect this consistency and this great result that you had?
Yeah, to be honest, the last couple of months already had very good results, very consistent results. Of course, my expectations were high. That's why I'm coming here. I didn't really think about winning because I know everything was very close together and we had very strong combinations here. But you always dream a little bit, of course. I had a very good start on day 1. 1 rail down, which pushed me a little bit back on day 2. Today, I have to say, he really tried his heart out. He really did his very best, and yeah, I have to say I'm very proud of him.
And Katie, it seems like she just likes to have the biggest jumps possible. Maybe sometimes she's thinking, oh, I'm going to wait for the big ones. But tell us what it is. I mean, last year and this year, to have her deliver the way she did.
I'm in awe of my horse out of the blue. She was spectacular every day, jumping clear Thursday, Friday, and both rounds today. I owe everything to her.
Well, she has a great rider, I'm going to tell you that. We'll take some questions. As always, ask that you please raise your hand and we will bring you the microphone. Okay, start with Lisa, please.
Ken, you've had a lot of success in your career. Can you sort of talk about what the World Cup final in particular means to you and how it compares to some of the other amazing things you've done so far?
The World Cup final is special to me because that was what I grew up watching. I didn't have access to high-level shows, but we had the videotapes of the World Cup final, and I would get that every single year. And I would study all of the riders and pretend that I could ride like them, watching them on the tape. And that's how old I am, that we had like a cassette that we put in to get measured. And I would watch it so much that I would burn through the tape on the cassette. So to be here winning it today, really, really special for me, and I'm very proud to have my name on the trophy.
Diana.
Ken, you had a plan for yourself, but there was also that short span of time between that Greya had to be ready too. Is there anything that you do in particular?
No, I would just do what my normal routine is, and I also think it's important that I rode 2 horses here that brought me to this victory, and I couldn't have done it without Tulena on day 1, who also won the first day. I have 2 exceptional mares, and they've put me in the position that I am here to win the title.
Next question. Rachel over here.
Hi, Kent. You say your horse is big athlete. So are you. How much hours do you use riding the horse, and how much hours do you use training yourself?
Way more time riding the horse. I ride a lot. We show every single week, so I'm used to that. I've always been an advocate of training in the gym and fitness. That's just part of my lifestyle and my normal routine. But definitely way more time on the saddle.
Next. Katie, right up here.
Katie, this is your 7th World Cup final appearance, and you're in your early 30s. This is your best finish. Could you talk a little bit about the role that these championships have played in your career? And obviously, with 2 double clear efforts the last couple of years, it seems to really be your forte.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the World Cup final is a really big deal, and it's a championship every year, and it's something that you can really aim for with the qualifiers and the qualification season. And some of the qualifiers are some of our best competitions in the United States, so it works out well with the show calendar to prioritize the World Cup qualifiers and then hope to qualify for the final. And I've been fortunate to have a handful of really wonderful horses in my career that I've chosen to jump in those qualifiers and prioritize to try to jump at the final. There's now so many shows all around the world every weekend, so you have to make choices about what you want to do, and the World Cup final has always been something that my team has prioritized. My coach, Be Manley, won in 2007, and like Kent, I was watching that on TV. Maybe Kent was already riding in the World Cup at that time. But similar idea, I also grew up watching these championships on TV and thinking that's where all the, where all the big riders were. And I jumped, my second final was when Deusser won in 2014. And so it's really cool for me to be in the podium with these superstars.
And also, I heard you talking a bit about this mare being an American-bred horse. So I think that's a pretty cool point to do that here on home soil. You could just speak to that pride a little bit.
Yeah, so I think, I don't want to be, someone can fact check me, but I'm pretty sure that Out of the Blue is the only US bred jumper in the show jumping here, and maybe also in the dressage. I'm not sure about that though. And I think that's really exciting. She was bred at Spy Coast Farm, Lisa Laurie's farm in Lexington, Kentucky, and they have done an amazing job really increasing not only US breeding, but also bringing young horses through those classes in the United States. This is a mare that was born in the US and did her whole young horse career in the US. I mean, she's gone to Europe for shows, but everything was all US based. And it's exciting to represent my country like that, especially at a World Cup on home soil.
Congrats to all three of you. Thank you.
Anderson, obviously, you've heard me say that I think course designing is one of the toughest jobs imaginable, especially when you have so much talent. But now that it's over, is this kind of, as you look back on it, did it play out the way that you thought it might, or something maybe a little different than what you might have anticipated?
And yes, it is the tough job. I can never imagine the pressure. More than anything, that everything goes well for the horses and then for the riders. It pretty much ended up the way that I was thinking. Second round, we got a little extra clears that I wanted, but that doesn't mean that it was not them job well done. So I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, all the comments we were hearing is how big it was today, but then again, you have these three riders, other great riders on top horses, so as you say, it's to their credit. So congratulations to you, because we came in here buzzing Friday night. Today was spectacular. Congratulations.
Yes, I just want to say thank you, big thank you to my team, and a great group of professionals and group of friends, and was really, really pleased to have everybody here supporting.
And Derek, those of us who know you well know that you think big, you dream big, you want what's best for the sport. That's why you started the tour, and in this country, great success. Now, I know you haven't had time to digest it, but as you sit here with this event now over, is it everything you hoped it would be? Is it beyond what you thought it could be? What do you feel?
Yeah, I'd say we definitely reached all of our goals with organizing this championship. I say it kind of all the time to my team. We have pretty much strict set of rules of what constitutes us doing a job well done, and that's making sure that the horses, the riders, the grooms, and everybody is safe at the end of the day. That's our job as organizers, first and foremost. So I think we accomplished that this week. My team has spent thousands and thousands and thousands of hours planning this event over the past 4 years. And it's just an honor to see it through, and we'll see what's next. But yeah, I think it was everything we hoped for. And just to touch a little bit on Anderson's difficult job quote, you know, there are really two things that, in my opinion, that make or break any horse show, and that's footing and course design. And I really think we hit the mark on both of those, which made for incredible sport.
Absolutely. And these guys helped it as well.
Yeah, I also just want to say a huge thank you to obviously all the athletes traveling from around the world, fans and spectators. I know Texas is a little bit off the beaten path for our industry and our tour, but the city of Fort Worth clearly rolled out the red carpet for everybody, and we're grateful for that.
Any more questions? Nancy over here.
So Derek, would you do it again?
Yeah, never say never. I don't know what's next, but you know, championship caliber events has always been part of our core values and goals. So hopefully there's more in our future for sure, and we still got a lot of energy left.
Yeah.
Maybe not this week.
Question for Ken. So I think Greya got a lot of new fans this week and has impressed a ton of people. What are your plans for her and Tulane leading these finals?
They're going to take a little rest, I think, is the plan. They showed a bunch there in Wellington, so we had a long season leading up to this. This was kind of what we were aiming for after Florida. Now give them a month off, and next would be Aachen.
Okay, Rachel, back to Kim, please.
This is just a lighthearted.
Hold it up. Hold it up.
Okay, it's just a lighthearted question. I'm curious to know each of the riders what color cowboy hat and boots that you chose from the generous sponsors.
So, what color hat and boots did each of you pick? Katie, why don't you go first?
Black. but I got a little blue charm and a bee for Bridie on my hat for my horse.
Okay, Ken.
Yeah, I was on brand. I went all black also. I thought that was cool. Got my initials burned into the hat, so we'll keep that as some good memories from here.
Daniel?
At least somebody can say something else. So I had the gray hat and the brown boots.
Anybody else? Back to Katie.
Ken, the crowd here was very boisterous, and I think actually after your round, you kind of were motioning for the crowd to be a little quiet to respect Gray, and they listened and were really so supportive of you. I think you could have heard a pin drop your last round. Could you just speak to the crowd?
Yeah, I think that's always something about horse sport. Everyone is excited, but we still have multiple rounds to go, and that's also why I didn't ride Greya in the prize giving. She's really awake to all noise. You can see her ears moving all the time, and so when the crowd cheers really loud, she gets super excited and hard to manage. So I was just trying to keep everybody calm because we still have one more round to go, and I didn't want her to come in the ring too upset. So need to finish the job first, then we can cheer.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I just meant they seemed to really understand what you were asking.
Oh,
they
yeah.
listened.
Yeah, I
and
think there's a
really
lot of horse people here. They knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, I think they were very much rooting for you today.
Any last questions? Back to Kim.
So Kent, who did you ride in the prize giving then?
I borrowed another horse from Skylar Wireman. That was working earlier in the week, so we were just going to stay on that plan.
Okay.
And then when they honored the grooms, it was great. I'm going, wow, you got Skylar as your groom?
Yeah, exactly. That was a funny
Which one of
surprise.
Skylar's horses?
I'm sorry.
Which
Kim,
one?
hold it like this.
Okay, which one of Skylar's horses, please?
I think I wrote all of them.
Tornado again?
Yeah, today was Tornado.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Well, Kent, I have one for you. So I assume you've seen that just a couple blocks away from here is Farrington Field, a local football stadium. And I was thinking, well, they probably didn't name it for him anticipating he would win, but I just wonder after this week, I don't know if Dickies would go for it, but what do you think of Farrington Arena?
Yeah, that'd be too much. I'm too humble. But I did see Farrington Field, and I thought that was a good sign when I got here.
Yeah, exactly. Good omen. Well, really, Anderson, just a phenomenal job to produce the week that we did. Derek, we congratulate you. I meant it. I think everybody agrees this is a World Cup that will be remembered and talked about for many, many years to come. Katie, Daniel, and of course Kent, we congratulate the three of you. Kent, this is forever, World Cup champion, Daniel can tell you. They don't take your name off that trophy, it's there forever. We congratulate all of you. Before we let you leave, we'll ask that you pose in front of the backdrop, and congratulations. And we're going to ask you to hold the trophy. Maybe Daniel and Katie will hold watches. Squeeze it nice and tight, and then Derek, in just a moment, will ask you to join. In just a moment, I'll ask you to join. And then, Kent, if you'll hold it up as well. And then if you'll all look this way to these photographers, don't block the end of here. Okay, you all good on that? We'll just invite Derek in. That's good. And everybody look in different directions. Everyone set? Congratulations.